What is up everyone, Luke here, time for another Tutorial Tuesday video. Today we're going to be covering the backflip, okay? The backflip is a foundation trick which you can use to build up and learn many different other tricks. So you've got things like the round off backflip, the wall flip and all sorts of tricks like this, okay? Now it's a standing trick, so this whole video we're not going to be taking a run into it, we're going to be doing it from static, okay? First of all, you start off with your feet about shoulder width apart, okay? And a lot of people say start your arms up. I say start with them by your sides or in front of you, because when you do this trick, you're firing your arms up. So if you already have them up, you're going to go down, then up, and you're going to be wasting energy. Seems pointless to me. So I start with mine in front of me like this, and I bring them behind me as I bend my knees like this. Okay, when I bend my knees, I'm not bending too much all the way down to the floor, and equally I'm not having a tiny bend like this. If you look at my knees here, that's about a perfect angle right there, because I haven't got too much bend and I haven't got not enough bend, okay? So from this position, we're going to drive our arms up as we stand up and spring through our toes, okay? You don't want to take off flat-footed because we're not going to get as much height as we would if we take off our toes. So arms in front of you, bring them behind, crouching, springing up together. Okay, so that's the first really important step for the backflip. Do not start the backflip or try and attempt the actual flip until you get really comfortable with that step, okay, because the takeoff is absolutely critical in this trick. So what I want you to focus on when you're driving up, as you've bent those knees and your arms are behind you, I really want you to focus on using your arms. Don't just leave them and drop them here. Bring them all the way up, but don't hyperextend them, which means bring them too far back, because as you can see, when my arms are back, my spine's curved. You want to take off straight up. You don't want to be leaning back, okay? As your arms come up, you drive your chest open. You don't want to have a closed chest like that. You want it to be nice and open, as well as firing your hips up, okay? So now imagine that I'm in the air, I'm in this position. You can see that my shoulders are slightly back. So all I need to do now is drive my knees into my chest to initiate the rotation, okay? The faster I drive my knees into my chest, the quicker I'll rotate. Equally, the tighter I grab them, the quicker I'll rotate, okay? What you don't want to do now is go down and grab your knees like that, because if you do that, you're counteracting the rotation and you're going to land on your head, okay? It's inevitable. You will land on your head. You will die if you do that. Make sure when you're in this position, your knees are coming to your chest, okay? You can either grab in front of your shin, like here, or you can grab under your thigh there, whichever feels comfortable for you, all right? Right, so now we've reached the apex of our jump, okay? We're at the tallest point and we've grabbed our knees. Remember, the quicker you fire them in and the tighter tuck, the faster you will spin, all right? You can kind of see the ground in this one, but when you're first starting off as a beginner, you won't really be able to know when to open up. It's more of just muscle memory. Keep trying it and tweaking it until eventually you can land consistently, all right? For those of you who are looking to improve their backflip and do advanced techniques, try and colour match. So if you see blue, you know you haven't even started the rotation. If you see green, you can see that it's grass beneath you, so you know to kind of open up. When you open up, just release from your ball. Nice straight legs. As you land on the balls of your feet, bend them a little bit. Don't keep them dead straight when you land like that, because you'll pop your knee out, okay? All right, common errors for this trick. When you're jumping, people throw their arms and stop them here. Another common error, people throw their arms way too far back like that, so their spine's curved, which means they're going to go that way. Another common error, people don't use their hips, so they jump up with closed hips, which means they don't get as high in the air as they can. What you want to do, as you reach the apex, throw your hips up to initiate that rotation. Another common error, taking off flat-footed, so you don't get as much spring. Equally, opening out way too soon, people freaking out. The safest thing you can do is stay in a ball, okay? Because if you land on the back of your neck in a ball, you're going to be a lot more safe than if you are open, all right? It's not going to do that much. Like if you land on your head, you're going to get hurt either way, but it's better for you, okay? So I'm going to move on and show you a few progressions of how to start this trick now, and then I'll show you some variations on how to improve this trick. All right? Progression number one, backwards roll. If you can't do this, you really need to start practicing this before you even attempt the backflip. Okay, crouch down. Second progression, backwards roll through to handstand. Third progression, two-handed macaco. Fourth progression, a one-handed macaco. So you're driving the right arm over now. Fifth progression, I want you to start getting the macaco more straight over, and then you can try and turn it into a back handspring. Okay. Sixth and final progression, with the back handspring now you can start delaying putting your hands down, so start keeping them into your chest. Sorry guys, I'm not going to show you this because that is absolutely disgraceful, and I feel like I'm going to land on my head. But for you guys who have never done this before, it won't be as scary. It's only because I'm used to going up, rotating and then landing, not going backwards, okay? Two more ways to learn backflips, okay? These ones are really, really easy and much better if you have someone to spot you, okay? Imagine someone's going for a backflip in front of me, they're standing on an obstacle. I'll put my hands on their hips like this with my thumbs at the back and my fingers at the front, okay? I'm gonna bring their hips up as I walk forward when they're rotating. So they're basically going over one shoulder like that, and that way you have full control of their hips, you know they're not gonna land on their head and they'll make it to the floor. The other way is, all right, if you have someone who's really, really scared, they don't want to do it off an obstacle and they want to do it nice and flat, safe on the ground. Imagine I am the participant who's doing a backflip in this one. I'm going to have two friends here. I'm going to put my arms over their shoulders like that, okay? So they have control of my arms and they know that I can't land on my head. They're going to use their arms to rotate my legs and I'll be put back on the ground. Okay, next progression with that, I'm going to have one arm around one person's shoulder, okay, and he's going to hold my back, and the other person is going to have control of my back and my legs, okay? So now I've got like this, I'm going to rotate and they're going to pull me around together. Next progression, I'm going to do the whole technique by myself, okay? So I'm going to have my arms, I'm going to drive them up, but they're going to have their hands on my back and they're going to throw me around together. One arm on the back, one arm on the legs. The final progression, okay, imagine there's a participant in front of me this time, just so I can show you. They're facing towards you guys. I'm going to have my left hand, because this is the hand I feel more comfortable with, on their back, okay? You want it about here, so not at the bottom, but not at the top. That way you have control of their back, and you know they're not going to go backwards, and you know they're not going to go too high and then not rotate. I want to use my right hand and grab underneath their thighs, okay, and I'm going to spin them round back on the floor like that to land. Really, really easy, super safe way to learn a backflip. Do it in the gym, do it on mattresses, do it on grass, do it on sand, wood chip, anything, okay? I'm going to show you guys a few variations of my backflips now and see if you can pick up what I've been talking about in this video. So I'll show you a few over shin tuck backflips now. I'm going to do the under tuck backflip. This is one where you're grabbing your hamstrings just here. Okay guys, so a few different variations of the backflip now. I'll show you things which you can do with them once you've learnt them and you want to start progressing the move a little bit further. Layout backflip. You don't grab your knees in this one. 2, flash kick. Okay guys, so to summarise with the backflip, you start off standing, feet shoulder width apart, your arms in front of you, not above your head. Swing them behind as you crouch, drive your knees and your arms up in sync, springing through the balls of your feet and your toes, okay? Don't stop your arms in front of you like that and don't hyperextend them. You want to stop them sort of eyebrow level, pointing upwards like this, okay? So about here is perfect. You don't want to have a closed chest like that. You want it to be nice and open like this, okay? As you reach the apex of your jump, drive your hips up, okay, and your knees come to your chest, not your chest to your knees. The faster you drive your knees in, okay, the quicker you rotate. So you're in the air, you're in a nice tight ball, try and spot the ground as you're rotating. You come out of the ball like this, plant your feet to the ground, land on the balls of your feet, and crouch for the landing, okay? That was a backflip tutorial. If you have any problems with the backflip, just drop me a comment. If you want me to look at any of your videos to see what you're doing wrong, again, drop me a comment or drop me a video privately on Facebook or anything like that. Be sure to subscribe to Spiral Freerun's YouTube, my YouTube, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything like that to see what I'm doing when I'm not making freerunning videos or to see any of my other productions. And be sure to check me out next Tuesday for Tutorial Tuesday. Also, if you're from Bedford, on the 18th of June, we have a performance at the Higgins Museum. Be sure to come to that. It's at 12 PM to 1 PM. And then we've got a free workshop from 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. I'll leave the link for that to sign up in the description below. Train safe, take care, peace.